Hello and welcome to the 17th race of the 2013 Utica Home Track Series here at the Cleveland Airport Circuit. 42 drivers here today battling for a win. Many of them are battling for a championship attempt as the season is starting to wind down. We got a lot of drivers that are just trying to get there. We have a recent announcement that in 2 races we'll be racing on our first dirt track, and for that race there will be no locked-in contention. It's going to be a crazy event, so we'll have to see how it works, and some of these drivers are looking forward to it, some of them are not. But one driver that was happy at the start of this weekend was Shock, car number 33, who got the pole for today's event. JFI currently has the top 3 spots in qualifying. They have a great organization there. Shock, and Finguy qualified podium spots in qualifying. William Duncan sits in the 4th position as they go through the first turn. And whoa! We've got cars sliding on the bottom of the screen. We have our first incident on lap 1 of the event. Jamie Murphy, who's back in the car after being injured for the Kyalami event, is going to get into Brock McMahon and going to get turned around. This is not what she wanted, and this is going to be a heartbreaker as she was so close to the championship earlier in the season. It's really dropped back now. Let's take a look at that panoramic shot of it as more cars are going to have contact. You see Trek Togger and Chris Aurelio, tons of cars piling up. These drivers would be heavily delayed on the start. They keep it going. No cars go out of the race, but a lot of cars would be sent back. A lot of cars with damage would have trouble throughout the day. Incident lap 1. Chris Aurelio just came out of that right. And whoa, we have another crash there. Tanker and Guerra. They're going to make contact coming out of it. But Chris Aurelio, car number 27, the Google Nexus Chevy, finally back racing after the foreign tour. And things are not going to go well for him here. The steering's going to lock up. He gets out of the racing line. He's going to go sliding off course. A lot of drivers have been complaining that when you're outside of the racing groove and out of the rubber, the track is really slick, have a hard time controlling. Aurelio was the first to find that out today. Joseph Anesto, car number 62P, not the 62 of Jeffery Finguy, currently running well on track. He was signed by Chaos Racing to run a several race stint with them for the rest of the season. He may come back next year, but we'll have to see about that. He's currently running great right now, running inside the top 10. Incident lap 4. Trek Togger, car number 60, trying to pass underneath the pitting car of Samantha Yankee. They're going to make contact, and both of them are sliding into the wall. Trek Togger was really hoping for a good run this weekend. Sadly, another bad finish for the road course ace. Dylan Young, car number 50, would be the first car to pit today. Dylan Young's the car that's just barely locked in, and he's got to worry about drivers like Justin Benoit and Jerry Garris trying to steal that spot away. We take a look at Vladimir Petrov, who finally made the race after many attempts. He's doing well today. As we see, Jeffery Finguy is actually slow back there. We'll get back to that in a second, but Vladimir Petrov really needs a confidence booster. This might do it. He's currently running 4th on track, having a great run. The Russian Rocket trying to take off once again. He currently sits well on track. But let's take a look back at what's happening to Jeffery Finguy. The points leader, car number 52, is off pace. He's got 2 flat tires. I think he might have hit some debris from the incident on lap 1, where we got a lot of cars smashing into each other. Finguy keeping it slow to the outside so he doesn't wreck the car or wreck anyone else. Upsetting day for Jeffery Finguy. He would fall a lap off the pace about. William Duncan, car number 83, is happy to see that, though. He's currently running 2nd in the point standings. He lost the race lead to Jeffery Finguy after a string of good finishes by the JFI group, and at current this is looking like one of the 2 JFI cars are still out front. But William Duncan hoping to get by them and get his 2nd career victory, 2nd of the year, and his 2nd on a road course. He's one of the favorites to win this championship, and I think Finguy might be his biggest competition. Brian Benoit, car number 75, and Justin Benoit, car number 22, who's a couple car lanes back from him, are having great races so far. 5th and 6th for the father and son duo. Tyler Benoit is a little further back in the pack. But if Justin Benoit at the current moment stays where he is, he looks like he's going to be locked in, either by passing Dylan Young or by passing Kevin Ulrich, who is no longer driving. Meanwhile, Brian Benoit looking for the best finish of his career, if he can stay up here in the top 5. Pit stop. Good start, and Eric Schock would lead him down. As several drivers would follow her, including Okuyama Dea and Andreas Allen, among others, like Dustin Capps and Alex DeMarco. The car that would be in the lead is the teammate car, Julian Kenneblez Jr., car number 45. He stayed out purposely so that the JFI team could stay in front. Now, Julian Kenneblez Jr. is a race winner this season at the Rockingham UK circuit. It was a very great victory for him. He was very happy about it. He almost won the race at Rockingham, North Carolina at the beginning of the year, but the pit strategy, he ran out just near the end there, and sadly for Kenneblez, he did not win that. But Kenneblez really worked his way up through the standings. He's already to the top 10 despite running not every single race on the schedule. More cars would come down pit road the next lap, a little more this time, but Julian Kenneblez Jr. would still stay out on the racetrack as we had an incident on lap 22. Coming out of pit road, Jamie Murphy is going to get out of the racing line, and that car is going to go sliding. This is going to cost her a ton of positions, and that championship is sliding even further away. What happened to Jamie Murphy, the defending champion in the 28 machine? Dylan Young, car number 50 at the current moment, with all these cars pitting, given the fact that he pitted early, is currently running in 10th place. This would save him the spot in the top 35, but it's a question if he'll be able to stay up here. He's hoping that he can turn the negative of having to pit early to fix some damage into a positive by being off strategy and able to be up near the front at the end of the race. William Duncan and Vladimir Petrov will head down pit road, but Julian Kenneblez Jr. is still staying out, and so people are starting to wonder, how long is he going to stay out, as it's been about 10 laps since the first drivers went down pit road. Incident lap 29. Coming up pit road, the Russian Rock is going to have a bit of a misfire. That car is going to go sliding, similar to Jamie Murphy, and that's going to be a costly mistake for Vladimir Petrov. Not as costly as Murphy's, though, as he is only going to lose 6, and close to Murphy's about 20. Julian Kenneblez Jr. would finally come down pit road on lap 30, but it's a question if he will be able to finish the race, as there's only 33 laps to go, as we had inside on lap 31. Look at this stack of cars as Ray Tacky that goes to pit. They've been experiencing a loose ignition. Look at that, Jerry Garrett so close to hitting the 13 exit. Oh, car in the wall, it's Matt Evans, car number 4. Let's take a look at what happened to him. Yep, he gets out of that racing groove, and it's just been so slippery outside of the rubber. And that car is just going to go right into the wall. Matt Evans, a championship competitor. This is going to really hurt his chances out. He's going to have to try and improve next week at Sierra. In one of the oddest pit road strategies I've ever seen, Julian Kenneblez Jr., just 2 laps after he pitted, is going to come back down pit road to top off on fuel so that he can make the end of the race. He is really making sure that he does not run out of fuel at the end, and William Duncan has joined him on this. Maybe he senses something with Kenneblez's strategy. Meanwhile, car number 75, Brian Benoit would take the race lead. This is the first time the 75 machine has ever led in Utica Home Track Series competition. And currently, Benoit Motorsports having a great day with 2 of its 3 rides. He would eventually have to come down pit road, and it looks like a lot of the other drivers would come down too. A lot of people are starting to wonder if Kenneblez has the right idea and are trying to mimic that strategy. Eric Schock would go back to the race lead, Justin Benoit running in second. Schock having a great day today, but with Kenneblez's crazy pit strategy, I wonder if she's going to follow that or not. Andrew Robinson, car number 43, would be your race leader as Eric Schock would head down pit road. So yeah, looks like she did go down. Andrew Robinson won the race at Silverstone, but has not really made much of a splash since. At the current moment, leading the race, he's currently off cycle, and one of the several drivers that are staying out. Willie Decker, car number 1, currently running in second, but he probably will be going down pit road eventually. Now, the one team has announced that they're going to open this ride to drivers that are seeking a ride that are having an issue. And they even extended an offer out to Michael Aurelio, driver of the number 93 machine, so that he can finish out the schedule. So that was a very nice gesture by this team. We'll have to see if he accepts it. Willie Decker does have his own ride, so in the races where another driver's in, he can always enter his number 1X. But Willie Decker having a great run for this team, giving them some of their best finishes. We had an incident on lap 44. Don Capps, car number 24, a championship competitor up in the top 5 in points, is going to get out of the racing group and he's going to slide. Look at all these positions he's going to lose. Don Capps, this is not a strategy for winning the championship, as Don Capps has got to hope that some of the other championship competitors have issues like him. More drivers would come down pit road and everyone would finish the cycle of pit stops. Everyone should be good to the finish, as some drivers stayed out longer. Julian Kennebus Jr. would be back in the race lead. As you see, he's currently ahead of William Duncan and Okuya Amadeo, who's having a great day at the moment. Now, car number 45 is starting to catch up to Jeffery Finguy, car number 62, and that's just to show how poor of a day the points leader has had. He's going to definitely lose the points lead. As you can see, Duncan, who is in second in points, running second place on track, and Jeffery Finguy running in the late 30s, early 40s. And Finguy almost about to go a lap off the pace to his own driver. So upsetting day for him, but a good day for the other JFI cars. Incident lap 47. Matt Evans gets out of the racing groove again. And so will Don Capps, 2 championship competitors. And there's Chris Aurelio going around as well. Oh, and that's a shame. It's going to hold up John Sedino and Nicholas Guerra, car number 6. Guerra starting to close in on the top 10 in points. That's going to hurt his chances. Incident lap 49. Justin Capps, car number 48, fell way out of the championship picture about mid-season. Is going to get into a 3-wide battle with Michel Sedino and Todd Benoit. Todd Benoit, aggressive move to the outside. It's going to turn Justin Capps into the wall, and Justin Capps is furious. Andrew Robinson is going to get involved. Bob Sedino is going to get slowed down, along with several other drivers. Seth Cole's got damage, and he's going to have to go to the pit lane. He would get the worst end of the deal, Seth Cole. Justin Capps not happy over the radio. Todd Benoit, second week in a row, he's wrecked a driver. A lot of people are not happy about it. Incident lap 52. William Duncan running up near the front there. The slow car of Jeffery Finguy doing the opposite of what Julian Kennebus Jr. did at Route Length Thirds, holding up drivers to help the teammates, which has been very controversial. A lot of drivers have been upset with it. These drivers held up behind him. Brian Benoit's going to get sent into William Duncan. Both of them going to the wall. Benoit hard contact with the wall. He would have to go to pit road. Duncan's going to lose that second place position. On board with Brian Benoit. Ooh, gets sandwiched with the wall. And William Duncan was looking at a second place run. He's going to lose a lot of positions. What a shame for car number 83. And you see him get back on track. A lot of people not happy with Jeffery Finguy and the JFI Incorporated strategy of holding up drivers with lap cars. Another incident happened as Alex Tanker gets sent off track with Neil Evans. He regains it, but is in front of Bob Sedino. Gets clipped, sent into the wall, and that car is around. He's close to being not locked in points, so he's got to make sure. Contact with Chris Aurelio. Chris Aurelio was just a victim of that as Alex Tanker, dangerous move onto the racetrack. And it's going to hit him again. I think he was upset that at Chris Aurelio, but I don't know why. He was the one who caused the issue there. Aurelio not happy over the radio. A lot of tempers today here at this race in Cleveland. Incident lap 56 and 64. Late stages of the race, Joseph Ernesto trying to battle for the second place spot. Still the lap car of Jeffery Finguy causing trouble. Trek Togger, Brian Benoit, and Joseph Ernesto all going to the wall. Second week in a row. So the 62 car is going to be crashing. William Duncan's going to get a piece of it too. He's going to lose all the spots he just regained from the last crash. Oh, that is a shame for William Duncan. A shame for Joseph Ernesto, who's looking at a great run. Could have ran second or third. It's going to get sent back. Incident lap 56. Neil Evans going through that same turn. Sam Youngston's getting to the wall. So will Neil Evans. A lot of drivers starting to fall out of the groove there. Matt Evans just cannot make that turn well. It looks like John Sedino spun. There's Jamie Murphy slow along with Brian Valentine. Valentine's another championship competitor. He's going to get held up by this. Hello, Maria Camiso into the wall as well. Samantha Yankee slow. A lot of stacking up here. And Neil Evans, who was looking at a good finish, is going to lose a lot of positions. A lot of championship competitors are going to be involved in this one. Incident lap 58. Last incident of the day. Andreas Allen battling underneath Zachary Robinson. Bob Cedillo makes a dive to the inside. It's not going to work. Clips the 08 car. Both cars go sliding off track, and both drivers going to be robbed of a good finish today. Bob Cedillo should have been a little more patient there. Andreas Allen not happy. He was looking at a relatively good run in the teams. He's going to get sent back. But Julian Kenneblis Jr. a dominating run. The only driver near him is the lap car, Seth Cole. Julian Kenneblis Jr. coming to the line is going to get his second career Utica Home Track Series victory and his first on a road course, which is his specialty. Congratulations to Julian Kenneblis Jr., car number 45. He's going to get a huge boost in the points, and despite missing some races during the year, he can be a viable competitor for the championship if he keeps up these good runs. So good job for the 45 team and driver. Let's take a look at the race results. Kenneblis is your winner and the Rookie of the Race. He gets a 5-point bonus in the Rookie of the Year standing. Then we have teammate Eris Schock, Vladimir Petrov, Okuyama Dea, and Megan Curley, 2 Gaslick Engineering Incorporated cars in the top 5. Then we got Dylan Young, Michelle Cedillo, Willie Decker, Brandon Bain, Justin Benoit, who's probably going to lock himself in. Then there's Yankee, Ernesto, Duncan, Benoit, McMahon, Robinson, Arcuri, Atwood, Murphy, your top 20. Then we had Nicholas Guerra, John Cedillo is going to work his way up to the 22nd position. Then Colin Bartel, Jerry Guerra, Bob Cedillo, Samantha Yankee, Brian Valentine, Maria Camiso, Andreas Allen, Chris Aurelio, your top 30. Then Dom Katz, a poor run today. Alex DeMarco usually does better on these road courses. Sam Young, Alex Tanker, Justin Katz, Matt Evans, and Neil Evans, both having issues today. Then Seth Cole, Trek Togger, Jeffrey Finguy, Brian Benoit, and Ray Tackett were all 1 lap off the pace. All had a lot of issues today, and disappointing result for them. Let's take a look at the top 35 in the point standings. William Duncan now on top of the standings, 3 points ahead of Brock McMahon. Jeffrey Finguy is going to get shuffled back to 3rd after this weekend. Dom Capps is close. So is Bob Cedillo, both tied with 433. Then Matt Evans, Julian Kenneblis Jr., Brian Valentine, David Yankee, Russell Arcuri, your top 10. Yankee and Arcuri could be some wild cards if they get some consistent runs. And there's Nicholas Guerra, Brandon Bain, Tyler Benoit, Colin Bartel, who was closer to the top earlier in the season. Eris Schock, who's really worked her way up. Zachary Robinson, Maria Camiso, Dustin Capps, Jamie Murphy's fallen to 19th. Megan Curley, your top 20. Then John Cedillo, Michelle Cedillo, Andreas Allen, Neil Evans, Samantha Yankee, who may not have the funding for next week, Alex DeMarco, Ray Tackett, Seth Cole, and Andrew Robinson, Trek Togger, Bob Cortez. Everyone below Bob Cortez is mathematically ineligible for winning the championship, but Dylan Young, Chris Aurelio, Alex Tanker, and Justin Benoit all currently locked in. Justin Benoit's pretty happy about that news. Let's take a look at the drivers outside of the top 35 that are not locked in. Kevin Ulrich, Jeff Evans, Jerry Guerra, Joseph Bryant, Billy Bishop. These are all the drivers that are within 42 points and eligible of locking themselves in. Guerra and Bryant are the only 2 active drivers. Everyone else still has a shot to make the top 35, but it's a long shot and can't be done next race. Here are the Rookie of the Year points. There's William Duncan ahead of Dom Capps and Julian Kenneblis Jr. Eris Schock is 4th, Nicholas Guerra 5th, then Robinson, Bartel, Capps, Takita, DeMarco. Bartel's really fallen down in the past couple of races. Well, join us next time for the last Super Speedway race of the year at the Sierra Super Speedway. This time we're going to be turning right in an oval. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.